Well, hello again. Okay, I'm going to try to learn to do this well, and I try to keep them under 5 minutes or just near 5 minutes. And I'm doing it alone by myself right now. I'm in a nursing home, hoping to get out. We should have gone out before. We'll get out later, but we'll go into that later. But what I'm saying is this is a little difficult to do. And I know how to do it really snazzy, but I don't have the tools. All I have is a phone. And I'm having to learn how to do everything differently than I would normally do it with the video, with a TV production studio. But let's continue on. We're talking about Lucifer and the fact that Lucifer fell. And Lucifer means light bearer. Now, please understand something. Everything that was created by God was created by God through God speaking. We call that the Word of God. And those who believe in Christianity believe that Jesus is the Messiah, not the Catholic Church Christianity, the modern popular religious Christianity. But those who really understand what we're talking about and understand the meanings, we know and understand that, like John the Apostle said, all things that were created by God through Jesus. Jesus participated in the creation of all things that were created. So he is at least a co-creator, but the fact of the matter is, the truth is that when God speaks, that's why we'll call Jesus the Word of God. And that's why we call the Bible the Word of God in the Christian tradition. Because when God speaks, that's the Word of God, and that's Jesus. And Jesus we call the light, Yah Shua HaMashiach, we call the light, and Lucifer is the light bearer. So Lucifer's purpose, created by God through Jesus, was to bring people, to help human beings to better understand Jesus and God, so they could have a better relationship with Jesus and God. If Lucifer would do what he is created to do, he would do that. But what Lucifer did is he observed himself, or noticed the beauty in him and the goodness and the success, and that he was sort of like the top guy amongst the angels. And something called pride caused Lucifer to think he could survive and exist and be God without God. And so there was those who followed him. And the angels, these are all angels, they followed Lucifer, and they became fallen angels. And today we call them demons, at least those who understand what they're talking about do. So a demon is a fallen angel. And there are angels mentioned in the Bible who might very well be demons. I don't know if they are or not, but most people reading the Bible, few people reading the Bible, few commentators ever think that an angel of death might be a demon, and it might well be. But the point here is that, you see, the way God says it will be is the way it will be, regardless of how you, I, or anyone else wants it. But God is not trying to fight against us, to struggle against us, and God doesn't intend for us to fight against God or struggle against God. That's Satan's idea. And most human beings, because of what Adam did, are struggling against God, spending most of their time dealing with thoughts and ideas that are they're ideas that you struggle with, and they tell you things that make you think that God doesn't like you, or God's not pleased with you, or that God is against you, or that God caused the problems that you have. But God didn't cause your problems. Adam did something that caused the problems. And Jesus and God, before Adam did those things, solved the problem. And they solved it by agreeing with each other that if man would become separated from God by following Satan and trying to fellowship with God through Satan instead of through Jesus, that then Jesus would die on the cross to pay for that and straighten it out. Now, I'm going to stop this again to keep these under 5 minutes or close to 5 minutes, and I'm going to go on. I'm going to then probably revise